I want to welcome you back to BLACKSITE, and tonight we're going to talk about Meg Thee Stallion's contract with 1501. We're going to listen first to Megan Thee Stallion, this quick clip about her complaining about her contract with her record label 1501, and let's see what Megan Thee Stallion has to say.
I really know what was in my contract. I was young, I think I was like 20, and I didn't know everything that was in that contract. So when I got with Roc Nation, I got management, real management. I got real lawyers. And they was like, do you know that this is in your contract? And I was like, oh, damn, that's crazy. No, I didn't know. So I'm not mad at 1501. I wasn't upset because I'm thinking in my head, oh, well, everybody cool. We all family. It's cool. It's nice. Let me just ask some niggas to renegotiate my contract. Soon as I said I want to renegotiate my contract, everything went left. Like, it just all went bad. It all went left. So now they telling the bitch that she can't drop no music. It's really just like a greedy game. Like, it's really just real greedy. Wasn't trying to lead a label. Wasn't trying to not give nobody money that they feel like they entitled to. I just want to renegotiate some shit. I'm not a greedy person. I'm not a person that like confrontation. I'm not a person that's a bitch. Like, I work with everybody, and I'm nice, and I'm real family oriented. But niggas gonna be niggas, and they gonna be greedy, and they gonna be shady. And I see the shit that people be that can't be saying about me, and I'll be like, damn. Well, since you got so much to say, why you just won't tell them? Why you mad? You mad because I don't want to roll over and bow down like a little bitch, and you don't want to renegotiate my contract. Niggas be like, oh, yeah, they made Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion was Megan Thee Stallion before I even got over there. I've been rapping, been freestyling, been doing me, been made.
So, Megan Thee Stallion is in a situation where she probably does not have an out. When you sign a contract, I'm going to tell each and every one of you, that is the parameters that you will do business within as long as that contract is going on. When Megan was 20, she should have had one of the finest lawyers in the city of Houston look over that contract and said, Megan, this is what you're dealing with. You come back 5 years later and say, I want to renegotiate. With Carl Crawford in 1501 is saying, this is what you signed. And you have to remember that Carl Crawford is an ex-baseball player. He played for the Devil Rays. He also played for the Boston Red Sox and the Los Angeles Dodgers. He knows about a lot about contracts. He signed at one time one of the richest contracts in baseball. I think he was guaranteed about $140 million. And basically, when you sign a contract, that is your lifeline to your success. And we don't know what's actually in the contract. Do they control her publishing, her likeness? Do they get a large percentage of every show she does? Because I bet you that Megan Thee Stallion is starving for money. When you think of the taxes that she paid, when you think it's almost 40% for federal taxes, then everybody is getting a piece of Meg Thee Stallion. Now, when you get down to it, Meg Thee Stallion out of 100% could be taking home maybe 10%, and 90% is leaving her. This is why when she went to Roc Nation and she signed up for management, because I think her mother was her original manager in which she passed away, they looked over the contract and they said, oh my God, they couldn't believe it. But most artists who get into these situations with these record labels, because the record label, you have to understand, is not in the business of being fair. When they negotiate a contract, and when you negotiate a contract in any business situation, it's about who can get more. If I can get 60%, you get 40, I'm taking the 60. If you can get 60 and I get 40, you're going to take the 60. It's the same way with a record label. They're going to see how much they can get away with. So if that contract is lopsided 90-10, 80-20, Carl Crawford is going to tell you that's what you signed. That's what you negotiated with. And that's why Carl Crawford is shelving her right now. Because what Carl Crawford sees coming down the road, since she's with Roc Nation and Jay-Z, see, Roc Nation right now wants Meg Thee Stallion. They're trying to find a way for Meg Thee Stallion to get out of her contract with 1501, and that's not going to happen. And you know that Carl Crawford is hooked up with who? Jay Prince. Jay Prince is saying, hey man, they trying to steal your artists. Now that she done went public, she done took this whole thing up to another level. Because now she's taking it that these men are holding me down and they're not giving me a fair contract. And let me tell you something about Carl Crawford, him being a Major League Baseball player. He knows how to not hard negotiate. He's been in these situations before. And you know Jay Prince has been in these type of situations. So what she should have did is kept this on the low. If she could have kept negotiating over and over and over again. This is what happens in this whole game. You saw it happen with TLC, New Edition, Tony Braxton. I think Little Uzi Vert is right now on the sideline because of these record contracts. So many of these artists get so excited when they get that advance money, or they say this is the chance that I can go ahead and become a star. At the end, she said, I was somebody before I even signed with 1501. Yes, you was a local rapper. You was someone who had potential. But 1501 believes that they spent money on you. They spent money on your advertisement, getting you on the radio. We know a little payola can happen sometime. And they got you to where you are a superstar, or you feel as though you're a superstar. And they're not going to give up that asset. And for you to walk into the room and say, we're going to renegotiate, let me tell you what white folks will tell you. White people will tell you the same thing as Carl Crawford said. You signed this deal. But they'll be a little worse. They say you signed this deal, go sit your ass down. I understand what many of you feel right now, that this young sister should be taken care of. That she deserves to have her contract negotiated. But that's not how it works in the business world. A lot of artists, I think Taylor Swift was stuck with a 7-contract deal until she got out of it. But this is the price of business. This is the price of education. This is what we talk about. You must, any contract you sign, you must have a lawyer look over that contract with a fine-tooth comb. You just don't sign something. I'm going to tell you, this is how the real world is. Nobody has sympathy for you. Everybody's looking to take advantage of you. And right now, you see this with Meg Thee Stallion. So a lot of you young people who going into the business, take this as a lesson. It's thousands of them in the music and entertainment industry. She looks sad. But that is how the game is run. I want to thank you for listening to BLACKSITE. Hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, and share this video.